Okay, so good morning. We are here. It is week 12, and thank you so much for being here. Let's find a comfortable seat. I'm up on a cushion. I'm sitting in a cross-legged seat. If you're more comfortable in your chair, again, just a reminder to bring your back away from the chair. And we'll start with the hands connected onto the legs. Palms are down. You can close the eyes and lift the heart, sitting up nice and tall. Take a few breaths just to arrive in center here. So inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Make a little sound on the exhale. Breathe in through the nostrils. Open the mouth. One more like that. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Continue a slow, deep breath with the lips gently closed now. So just in the nose and out the nose. Letting the shoulders soften away from the ears. Letting the jaw relax. And I'd like to welcome us here to keep the eyes closed, but look up into the third eye behind closed eyelids. So you're looking up into the space between the eyebrows, but almost deeper inside the head if possible. And so if there's any sort of tension or any pain, if how much you're looking up, you might just want to soften that a little bit or back out of it. But there will be almost like a gentle pressure that's created when you gaze up into the third eye. And we'll just take a few deep breaths here and welcome in the light of clarity. So as you inhale, I want you to draw the energy down into the pelvic bowl. And then as you exhale, I want you to draw the energy all the way up. You're exhaling out the nose, but bring the exhale up into the third eye. You might almost feel a constriction happening at the end of the exhale. As you breathe in through the nostrils, draw the energy down to the pelvic floor. You might feel an expanding quality happening in the third eye, opening, spaciousness. And then as you exhale, you're pulling the low belly in, energy is coming up, and you're making that just really subtle constricting, almost like you're opening and closing the third eye with the breath. You're inhaling, you might feel that opening, maybe it feels like light expanding. And then as you're exhaling, shrink that light back to a little tiny seed. Slow and steady breath. Again, reminder, sit up nice and tall. Keep lifting your heart. We'll take 3 more full breaths here. Opening and closing the third eye. Take 1 more full breath in, drawing the energy down. And then exhaling, energy coming up and out. Keep your eyes closed. You can just soften the eyeballs now. Bring your palms together, rub the hands together. Inhale. Exhale out your mouth. Bow your head and place your palms over your eyes, making little pockets here just to kind of shield the light. And then slowly start to blink the eyes open. Keep your hands covering your eyes. Blink the eyes open. And then just slowly start to let some light in. Just really slowly take your time as you move the hands a little bit further away from the face. Spread the fingers. And slowly start to bring your head back up to a level chin. Arms can come down. Nice. And so we'll do a little bit more work with the eyes today in the practice. So while we're sitting here, I want you just to close the eyes again. Look over to the left. Breathe in and breathe out. Just the eyeballs. Now you're going to look over to the right. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to look back to the left as far as you can imagine without turning your head, just the eyeballs. Inhaling and exhaling. Look back over to the right one more time. Nice. And then you're going to start in a clockwise direction. So you're going to do a big circular motion. So down, over, up, right, down, left, up, right. Or if you're going in the other direction, that's fine. Just find the rhythm, a slow rhythm, right? We don't want to be swirling really fast with the eyes. You're just feeling the muscles in and around the eyes, over and up, side, down. You might even notice the rest of your face wants to kind of move with it, or maybe even your torso starts to move. Just slightly, just kind of noticing any little subtleties that are happening. We're going to do 2 more full rotations. And then slowly come back to center. Breathe in, scrunch up your face. Scrunch up your eyes. Exhale, relax the face. Keep the eyes closed. And then we're just going to go in the opposite direction. So whatever you did the first time, start to find the opposite direction. Again, it's a slow rotation in the greatest circumference you can find. Down, over, up, over, down. Slowly rotating, continue your breath. 2 more full rotations. Last one. Scrunch up the face, scrunch up the eyes, breathe in. And exhale, release out the mouth. Slowly blink the eyes open. Nice. And so let's slowly transition now to a straight leg position. You can just straighten the legs out for a moment. Give them a little wake up, a little loving touch. You can bring your hands onto the legs, outer hips, low back. Maybe fold forward just a little bit. Give gentle squeezes on the thighs, on the knees. And the way we connect and hands on the body is, there's so much healing power and potential there. So notice the way you're touching the legs. Is there a yeah, or is there some sort of resistance? If you're noticing that, just take a moment and just really connect with gratitude for the legs. Everywhere you've been, everywhere you'll go. Take one more moment. Maybe you want to reach to your toes, get a little bit bigger of a stretch. Inhale. And exhale, you can slowly sit yourself up. And we'll come to a hands and knee position and tabletop. And we'll just do a few rounds of cat-cow, where we incorporate an eye movement as well. And so this will be a slow movement. When you come to your hands and knees, you can either tuck your toes or you can untuck the toes, whatever feels better for your body. My fingers are spread wide. And so as you start to lift your chin and lift your sit bones, I want you to look down, like you're looking down into your cheeks. So even though your face is shining up, your eyes are looking down. Give yourself a breath there. And then as you start to transition, rounding, tucking the chin, pushing the ground away, I want you to look up now. And this might feel better with your eyelids closed, or it might feel better with your eyes open. You get to decide. But as you transition, as you start to let the belly drop down, chin lifts, sits bones lift, your eyeballs look down into the cheek sockets. And then as you transition, push the mat away, eyeballs looking up into the brain. As you round, push the mat away. Continue that about 5 more times, slow and steady. As your chin goes up, your eyes go down. And as your chin comes down, your eyes go up. A few more. Do one more. And then let yourself come to a neutral spine, neutral pelvis, and slowly flutter the eyes open if they were closed. From here, I want you to bring your weight into your left hand and reach your right arm up. You're going to reach up, a little bit of an opening to the right. Breathe in. And then exhale, thread the needle, bring the right hand behind the left wrist as you bring your right shoulder down, right cheek comes down. And you can decide where you need to bring that left arm. Some of you might want to keep your left hand on the ground, bracing you. Some of you might want to extend your left arm and tent up your fingertips. You can look to the ceiling underneath that left armpit if you're extending your arm. Take a breath in here. Let the breath go. And then slowly that left hand will push down as you unwind. Open yourself back up, reach to the ceiling, inhale. And then exhale, bring that right hand down. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So push your right hand down, reach your left arm up, breathe in. And exhale, you're gonna thread the needle. Left hand goes behind the right wrist as you drop that left shoulder down. You decide whether you're keeping that right hand just as a little kickstand there, or if you want to extend the right arm, tenting your fingertips. If you're extending the right arm, you can kind of look up underneath the armpit to the ceiling. It's a little bit of a deeper extension, so just take a breath in here. And full breath out. Really slowly start to come out of it. Feel your right hand pushing down, lifting up that left arm, breathing in, and then lower the left hand down. Nice. We'll find one child's pose here. So you can bring your knees out wide, big toes touching, and then slowly lower your heart to the ground. If you need any sort of support under the head, you can always make fists, stack the fists, and rest your forehead there. We'll take 3 breaths into the low back, mid back, upper back. Now inhale into the low back. Exhale, you can breathe out the mouth. Inhale into the mid back from the waist, lower rib cage. Exhale. And then take a big breath into the upper back, the upper lobes of the lungs. And exhale. Slowly walk yourself back up. And we'll come around onto the back. So slowly find your way there. Lying all the way down onto the back, we'll do a banana pose. So you're going to lie flat. Your arms will reach up overhead. And so we'll be making an arch shape with the side body. So we'll start with the feet. You'll start to inch the feet over to the right. So just inch your heels over to the right as far as you can go. When you can't go any further, you're going to cross your left ankle on top of your right ankle. And then you're going to start to inchworm the upper body over to the right as well. So I'll move my head, and then I'll inch my shoulders, and then I'll move my head, and then I'll push the back of my head down, and then I'll inch my shoulders, and I'll kind of wiggle my way over to the right to make this arch shape. I have my hands sort of interlaced here, just a gentle grip, because we are going to make this arc shape first, maximum arch. You're going to breathe in, and then you're going to let everything soften. So you'll probably come out of the shape a little bit. The legs might flop a little. The head might want to start to turn a different direction. And that's okay. You want to let the body melt into an easeful shape here now. This is a yin pose. And so you just want to feel the side body on the left. And so we'll do a little visualization just with the breath down the left side and up the left side. So bring your awareness to your left pinky finger. And just as you begin to breathe slowly on your own, you continue to breath in and out, just energetically in your mind's eye, start to go down the left arm, past the wrist, on the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, through the armpit, and down the ribs, past the waist, the outer hip, outer thigh, the knee, down the outer calf, to the ankle, all the way up on the outside of the foot, down to the pinky toe. And then you'll start to come back up that left side body, slowly come back up the foot, ankle, the leg, past the knee, the upper portion of the leg. Past the waist, the ribs, past the armpit, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, and back to the hand. And take one more big breath in here. And full breath out. You can lower the arms down. You can uncross the ankles. And just slowly inch yourself back into what feels like a straight line. Right, we'll bring the feet down for just a bridge, one bridge lift. The feet are going to push down, the hips are going to lift up. Inhale here. And then exhale, lower the hips back down. With the feet out wide, windshield washer the legs left and right a little bit. Just welcome in some release in the pelvis. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, on the right side. For the banana pose there. So extend the legs, reach the arms overhead. You'll inch your heels to the left. Inching your heels all the way over as far as you can. Then you're going to cross your right ankle on top of the left. Then you'll start to inch the upper body like a little inchworm, head and then shoulders, head and then shoulders, head and then shoulders, inching over. Interlace your hands overhead. However, the combination, you might want to like rotate your wrists and then interlace your hands. You might want to hold one palm inside the top of a hand, right? There's no right or wrong way to hold yourself, just as long as you feel like you've got a good grip. Give yourself a nice big breath in this maximum arch, this big stretch. And then exhale, you're letting yourself soften into the shape. Right? So let yourself make that little shift that naturally just sort of flops a little bit. The head can turn, that's okay. And then we'll just bring the awareness to the right pinky. Right pinky finger, start the hand. Just continue a slow breath as you visualize down the right hand, wrist, ankle. I'm sorry, I didn't mean ankle. I meant forearm, elbow, upper arm, armpit, ribs, waist, hip, thigh, knee, outer calf, now to the ankle, outer foot, and then all the way to the pinky toe. Give yourself a breath there. And then slowly bringing the awareness up the foot, the ankle, the lower half of the leg, past the knee, the outer thigh, outer hip, waist, ribs, armpit, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, and then back up into the hand. Give yourself a nice full breath in here and a complete breath out. And slowly start to uncross the ankle, the arms come down, and get yourself into what feels like a straight line. Breathe in and breathe out. You can place the soles of the feet back onto the earth, and you'll come into a fetal position on your right side. Lying on the right side, stack your knees and hips and shoulders, and just take a moment to rest here. And breathe in. And let all that breath go. And slowly push yourself up. As you find your way up, just move slowly. And we'll find our way back to meditation seat. Nice. And so let's just bring the hands together at heart center, closing the eyes. And as you're pushing your hands into one another, let's just take a moment to look back up into the third eye. Behind closed eyelids, gazing up into the space between the two hemispheres of the brain. As you simultaneously push your hands into one another. Right? This just helps us to honor the left and the right side of the body. Right? Our sun and our moon, our yin and our yang. We all have that masculine and that feminine energy within us. Knowing there's a time for action and there's a time for rest. And just finding that balance, yeah? Just finding the balance. Take one more big breath in here, welcoming in that light of clarity into the third eye. And then exhale, let the breath go. And bow your head to your heart in honor of your practice, in honor of the light that you hold within, guiding you on your path. May your obstacles be removed. May you shine this light everywhere you go. Thank you so much. Namaste.